What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to another video here at the TGR DC show. Be sure to like the video and hit subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content. Guys, this is your post-game reaction video to the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. As I'm making this video, the game's actually still going on. I believe there's about 5.5 minutes left and the Giants are currently driving the ball here, but you and I both know that this game is over, especially up 34-13 at the moment. Ooh, looks like someone threw a punch. Anyways, you probably know where I'm exactly at. Anyways, though, what a game, guys. It is always good to get a win, kind of like how I predicted. I said that we were going to win this game decisively. Now, did the game go according to how I had expected? No, I don't think a lot of people did. Saquon Barkley went down and Daniel Jones went down, which just kind of opened the floodgates for us to pour on this team, and that's the reason why the score is what it is right now. My best, I'm hoping, Saquon Barkley is a great football player, as well as I love Daniel Jones, so to see both of them out, it just really, I think it just, sucks, because you really want to see a good game, a good game from both of them. But with that being said, football's football and you have to move on despite who's on your field. And, that's exactly what we did. We definitely just took that lead after coming out of the second half. And I think we've seen this back-to-back weeks where some sort of adjustment is made and we just take off in the second half. But I do have a lot to say about that first half. And though a lot of people may look at this game and say, well, the Giants didn't have their team, and so obviously we just ran away with it. I think there's a lot to soak in our teeth, because, and I want to point this out, and I don't want to be, a Debbie Downer and ruin the Sunday victory, but we need to keep in mind and keep our expectations managed. You look at this schedule, there's not really someone that we're playing that's a true competitor that's going to be in our conference. The one person that we played was the Bucs. Granted, we had a lot to figure out. There's a lot of question marks. There's a lot of things that we were figuring out in that first game, and it was 2 points away. It was a very close game. But really, we're not seeing anybody probably until we play the Kansas City Chiefs. Our division games, you look at our team and you look at their team, you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, you look at the Washington football team, you look at the New York Giants, there is a distinct difference between us and them. We are by far the most talented, the most well-coached team in our division. Now I'm waiting for, okay, we're the best in our division, obviously, but what about the conference? I just wish we could get some more reps against some competitors. Thankfully, we're seeing them down the road. We're seeing the Kansas City Chiefs. We're seeing the Las Vegas Raiders, almost at Oakland. We're seeing the Arizona Cardinals. So I think that is going to be good to see, to exactly see where this team is. The reason why I said that is there were a lot of mistakes in this first half that good football teams, let me take a step back, that great football teams just do not do. Good football teams do exactly what they're supposed to do, and they're supposed to go out there and take control and win the game. And that's what we did. We're a good football team. We went out there. We won a game that we were supposed to. We're a good football team. I'm not saying we're not. We're a good football team. But to make that extra step, to be great and to be a competitor in the NFC, there's a lot of mistakes. And I made note of it, but the first half, it was very sloppy. There was a lot of things. Well, let me take a step back here. What I noticed is offensively, we need to figure out, we need to be aware of how the game is going. I know most of the time we're calling for the run game, and we're saying, hey, we need to run, we need to dominate. But I think this was a game that kind of surprised a lot of people in their their game plan, because what I noticed is we can run the ball here in the first half, but it surprised me how well we could actually pass it. If we have the opportunity to pass and throw the ball down the field and let our receivers eat for the day, go ahead and do that. There's no point of keeping the other football team in the mess, in the mix of this game, when we could just, throw it down to CD or Amari, or when Gallup comes back, and obviously now Cedric Wilson. And I noticed that in the first half that we really didn't have the awareness, and I think that's you look at Dak, he was so out of rhythm, the interception, the fumble. First off, sloppiness like that, if you're a talented enough team, you can outplay that. But against good teams, say if we were playing the Packers, the Rams, or the Bucs during playoff time, that kind of sloppiness really puts us out of our game plan, and we're throwing more than we should be running. But against a team like this today, against the Giants, obviously we have enough talent to say, hey, let's settle down. We're going to gain this game back up because we're just so much talented. We're able to do so much more. And so we need to be able to recognize, especially Kellen Moore, that if we can pass the ball, pass the ball. I heard Troy Aikman say earlier this week that back in the 90s, that's exactly what they did, is they knew that they could outthrow to Novacek, Harper, Michael Irvin. They could throw and build up that lead, but by the time the second half came, they had the offensive line and the running back, Emmitt Smith, obviously, to run the ball, eat the clock, and put this game away. This team is still learning and growing, and I'm glad we're explosive, and there's a lot of ways we could beat you. But this game should not have started the way that it started. There were so many head scratchers. There was so much frustration going on, saying, man, we should be up. And I know I'm not alone on that. And the reason why I'm emphasizing this is we need to clean this up so that when we play someone like the Chiefs, when we play someone like the Raiders or the Cardinals, or even when we get to the playoffs, and I do believe we're going to the playoffs barring any injury happening here to one of our main players, but we should be in the playoffs with a home game. And it's going to be either, it's going to be Green Bay, it's going to be Tampa Bay, it's going to be one of those guys. And so this is why I'm emphasizing that, yes, it's early in the season. Right now we're about to go 5-1, but there's a lot of things we need to clean up, tune up, so that we can make that jump from good to great, because we've been here before, guys. We've been here where we've been 13-3. We had a good season, but then, we're 1 and out. We get knocked out in the first round. And so I'm all about this channel here. I'm all about not just getting to the playoffs. Our expectations of this football team should be much higher than getting into the playoffs. We should be contending every single season and fighting for a Super Bowl spot. That's just my 2 cents. My other thing, and I'll touch on this, and I think the Giants just scored here, so 34-20. Anyways, with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, I realize offensively too, and I'll pause right here and say this, that our offense really held us back a lot in that first half. Our defense did a great job of handling everyone. I mean, they put Micah Parsons on Saquon Barkley before the injury, like I told you guys, and before they could get anything going, the injuries happened. And so back to what I was about to say. Offensively, they held us back. But one thing I'm noticing is in the red zone, we're struggling. And it feels as almost we're not sure exactly what we want to do. We're not sure exactly what we want to do in the red zone. When you look at a team in the 90s with Aikman, Michael, and Emmett, we were going to run the ball behind our offensive line, and we were going to score points that way. You look at the 2014 team with Tony Romo, Dez, Cole Beasley, DeMarco Murray. We knew what we were going to do when we were in the red zone. There's going to be a fade. We're going to throw it up to Dez. Or maybe, a little curl route in the middle with Jason Witten, or maybe a play action. This team, because it's so finesse and because it's so built with receivers that are built around running after the catch and getting their yards after that, I feel like when we get to the red zone, there's almost too many options, and we're not exactly where to go from there. And that's what I'm realizing with our red zone efficiency early on in the season. Again, we need to tune that up. Who's going to be the go-to guy in the red zone? Are we going to fade to CD, 88? Are we going to slant to Amari Cooper? Are we going to do a lot of these trick plays that we're showing people here this early in the season? It's exciting football, but we need to save some of this stuff and be prepared when we're down here in December and possibly the playoffs. And so red zone efficiency, where are we going? And I realize that's and to pause right there, I think we did have a red zone offense before the injury to Dak Prescott. It was a lot of option and running with Dak, and we were very successful with that. Obviously, for obvious reasons, we're not doing that, thank God. But we need to figure out something there. And this team is growing. This team is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. They're a good team. It's a good team, so we're winning these games. But again, to make that leap to greatness, to being a great team, we got to figure these things out. Because I can guarantee you right now, if we actually play a competitor, and just not the Eagles or the Giants, they're going to find ways to beat us, and we're still figuring out ways on how to do something. And so, again, we got to figure that out offensively. But other than that, guys, it's a great win. I'm looking here, obviously a decisive win. Go Cowboys, and I'm so glad that they were able to get the win today. I said it was going to be a little bit closer, but I also said that if we followed the game plan that I thought we were going to do, we were going to win decisively, and that's exactly what we did today. And so it's really good to end this 3-game home streak. Good to come away, and right now we're undefeated at home, which is totally surprising. That's never the case. So now we're going to go to New England. After that, we got the bye, so big game in New England. I'll be back after Monday to do the NFC East update. But man, guys, it feels good. But let's keep it going. Let's manage our expectations. Let's be happy that we're winning, but also know that it's a long season and we still have a lot to work on. But go Cowboys. Great job to all the players today. Great job for the coaching staff. I'll see you guys next video. Be sure to follow me on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content. I'll see you next video.